Good day everyone, we are Group 1 and today we will be presenting our chosen technological domain which is Information and Communication Technology or simply ICT. I am Miriam Desiba Asis.
I am Micaela T. Orpilia.
I am Princess Anne Arpanchag.
I am Jason May Ingunyamar.
And we are Group 1. First of all, what is ICT? Information Communication Technology refers to the technologies used to create, store, process, and communicate information. It includes devices and systems such as computers, the internet, mobile phones, software, and communication networks that make it possible for people to connect and share information quickly and efficiently. So today we will discuss 5 major technological breakthroughs in ICT, how they evolved through history, the factors that drove their development, and their impact on society. We will also compare ICT across different historical revolutions and reflect on how our world would be different if ICT had never existed. Let's begin with the evolution of ICT. The history of information and communication technology began in the ancient era when people used cave paintings, symbols, smoke signals, and handwritten messages to communicate. Although these methods were simple and limited, they allowed people to share information, preserve knowledge, and communicate over short distances. These early forms of communication became the foundation for the development of modern ICT. During the medieval era, communication improved with the invention of paper, the growth of postal systems, and the introduction of the printing press. This innovation made books, written materials, and information easier to produce and distribute. As a result, more people gained access to education and knowledge, helping societies become more informed. The Industrial Revolution brought major advancement in communication through inventions such as the telegraph, telephone, and radio. These technologies made it possible to send messages much faster than before, improving communication between people, businesses, and governments. They also supported economic growth, trade, and the exchange of information across long distances. During the Green Revolution, ICT played an important role in improving agriculture and environmental management. Technologies such as satellite communication, weather forecasting systems, and early computer technologies help farmers make better decisions, increase food productions, and manage natural resources more effectively. These innovations also supported scientific research and disaster preparedness. Finally, the digital revolution completely transformed the way people communicate and access information. The development of the internet, smartphones, cloud computing, artificial intelligence or AI, and social media allowed billions of people around the world to connect instantly. Today, ICT continue to shape education, healthcare, business, entertainment, and many other aspects of everyday life, making communication faster, easier, and more accessible than before. Now that we've seen how ICT evolved over time, let us move on to the major technological breakthrough in ICT.
Now let's talk about the 5 major breakthroughs in ICT or Information and Communication Technology. First is the telegraph. Invented in the 1830s, before this invention, messages had to be delivered by a person or even by a horse. So communication was very slow. The telegraph made it possible to send messages over long distances much faster, which was a big help for businesses and governments. Second is the telephone. Invented in 1876, while the telegraph could send messages, people still couldn't talk to each other directly. With the telephone, people were finally able to communicate using their voices even when they were far apart, making communication more convenient. Third is the internet. Before the internet, sharing information between computers wasn't easy. Today, the internet connects billions of people around the world and plays an important role in education, business, healthcare, entertainment, and everyday communication. Fourth is the World Wide Web, developed by Tim Berners-Lee in 1986. The internet already existed, but it wasn't very user-friendly. The World Wide Web made it easier for ordinary people to access and share information through websites and web browsers. Lastly, we have the smartphone. Before smartphones, people needed separate devices for calling, taking photos, listening to music, and accessing the internet. Smartphones combines all these features into one device, making information and communication available anytime and anywhere.
ICT is not just about computers, phones, or the internet. It is connected to many parts of our daily lives. This idea is called systems thinking, which means that different systems in society are connected and affect one another. When technology changes, it also changes the way people learn, work, communicate, and receive services. Let's talk with education. ICT has made learning more flexible through online classes, virtual classrooms, digital libraries, and educational websites. Students and teachers can now access information anytime and from almost anywhere, making learning easier and more convenient. Next is government. Many government offices now use ICT to provide online services such as paying taxes, renewing licenses, and accessing public records. ICT also helps governments communicate important announcements and emergency updates to the public more quickly. Another important system is the economy. ICT has changed the way businesses operate through online shopping, digital banking, online payments, and remote work. It has also created new careers and business opportunities in the digital world. ICT also plays a big role in healthcare. Hospitals and clinics use electronic medical records to manage patient information, while telemedicine allows patients to consult doctors online without traveling to the hospital. This has made healthcare more accessible, especially for people living in remote areas. Lastly, ICT has greatly improved communication through emails, messaging apps, video calls, and social media. People can communicate instantly with family, friends, classmates, and co-workers anywhere in the world.
Now I will discuss the benefits, challenges, ethical issues, and compare ICT during the industrial, green, and digital revolutions. So technology has given people many benefits, especially in the field of information and communication technology. Today, we can communicate with everyone around the world within seconds. ICT has made learning easier through online classes, helped business grow through e-commerce, improved healthcare with telemedicine, and allowed governments to provide faster public services. It has made our daily lives more convenient, efficient, and connected. However, technology also brings some challenges. One of these is inequality, also known as digital divide. Not everyone has access to the internet, computers, or smartphones. Because of this, some students cannot attend online classes, and some communities have limited access to the information and digital services. There are also ethical issues such as data privacy, cyberbullying, online scams, fake news, and the misuse of artificial intelligence. This reminds us that technology should always be used responsibly and for the good of everyone. Now, let's compare ICT during the different historical revolutions. So, during the Industrial Revolution, communication became faster through inventions of like the telegraph, telephone, and radio. These technologies help businesses, governments, and people communicate over the distance. So during the Green Revolution, ICT supported agriculture through weather forecasting, satellite communication, and early computer systems. These technologies help farmers improve the food production and manage the crops more effectively. Today, in the digital revolution, ICT has become a part of almost every aspect of our lives. We now have the internet, smartphones, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and the social media, allowing people to communicate, study, work, and do businesses anytime and anywhere. To end the discussion, I would like to leave this reflection. If information and communication technology had never been invented, our world would be very different today. Communication would be much slower, access to information would be limited, and many of the technologies we depend on every day would not exist. So education, healthcare, business, and even our daily lives would not be as fast, connected, and convenient as they are today. So that concludes our presentation. Thank you for listening.